All right, we're back here with another episode of Sauce Talk Podcast. I got my boy Tylor Redbird SiJohn on today. To get started, I'll kind of just explain like what Tylor, who he is to me, and then I'll let him kind of get on with it so you guys know who we're talking about today, and then we'll get into some questions. So Tylor is a professional MMA fighter from our gym here at Coeur d'Alene Travel Combat. And fun fact, Tylor's kind of the whole reason I started training MMA and training here. He was getting ready for a fight here at the casino, and Francis was at the casino. And I used to work out there with Francis, and he's like, "Hey, I got this guy that's got an MMA fight. You want to come show him how to wrestle a little bit, show him some stuff, whenever you're free." So I come in here, and we do some wrestling, and the rest is history. I mean,
we never stopped.
We started training together ever since then. So, and then more importantly to me, with Tylor is he's just got one of the coolest stories, redemption arc stories in MMA. It's everything that you want MMA to be for a person has done for him, and it's really cool and enlightening to kind of like see that in him every day. So go ahead, explain, talk about yourself a little bit.
I appreciate it, bro. Man, like Josh said, man, fighting saved my life. I started fighting fresh out of prison and like no training at all, just knowing that I could fight and taking fights after working 6 10s a week and stuff up at a changing oil at a Spokane Quick Lube, It was wild, man, like I just loved to fight and start, everyone was telling me about Fran, like, dude, why don't you get out there and train with Francis, Karina, well, you need to get out there and train with my uncle, like, I know, man, I'm going to get out there. And as soon as I got out here, I seen the gym and, Fran told me this was home. And just like you, I never left. I was here and then, got in here and it just started picking up a little bit, started getting, you came in to help me with the ground game and dude, it just started popping off a little more. Some would fall off and come back. Some would come just for fitness. Some came just to, come let us spar with them and wrestle with them. I don't know, it was cool, man. And I just kept taking fights. I did 10 amateur fights and now I think I got 10 pro fights too, along with 3 bare knuckles, so 13. I got 13 pro fights.
I forgot to mention that you're a bare knuckle guy.
Yeah, the bare knuckle,
yeah. Crazy, man. Crazy. And the essence of a dude that loves to fight is this guy. Exactly. I mean, that is perfectly explains how you got into MMA. It's just like, I love to fight. He does. He really does love to fight. Okay, so I'll start off with a question for you. Your first MMA fight. How was the lead up to that?
Man, listen.
Like, how did it happen, and then what was the lead up for?
I was running around the streets of Spokane, and I had just got out. I think I've been out for like 2 months. I had already started using drugs again. I was addicted to meth and, smoked a lot of weed and drank and did, I was just a party animal, but like I was fresh out though, so I was like still in shape. I was good, I just did, 3 years. So like, I was in good shape, I just started doing drugs. And then I was at this house and, this guy was like, I say this guy, man, this was one of my first coaches ever, Jose Riza.
Okay.
I was at his house and I heard him talking about this guy that just, bunked out on this fight. And I'm like, what? Like this guy, you lined up this guy a boxing match and he didn't show up for it? And he's like, no, it was MMA fight. And I'm like, what? like they do in the UFC, Because at this time, in 2000, 18, bro. I did not know that you could do amateur MMA fighting.
Yeah.
I did not know that. And so I'm like, you know what? Like they do in the UFC. He's like, yeah, you know. I'm like, dude, man, if you could line me up a fight, like I wouldn't back out. I would show up, and I would do good, bro. Like I can fight. He's like, yeah, you gotta show me, man. Like show me, do a little bit of training with me, and show me, you know, you got some wind. And I'm like, all right. I didn't stop doing drugs, really, you know, and. Trained with him for like a couple weeks, did a couple things with him. He's like, yep, gave me this fight. Another week later, I'm at West Central Community Center in Spokane. Lined me up with this heavyweight. You know, I'm a heavyweight, but I'm like 220 pounds, like not that big. This guy was like 250, 260, you know, big guy. Can't even remember his name, dude. It was such a cool fight. And this guy he was a savage, man. He's an old cowboy, really chunky, and just came, you know, just barreling out. Every fight I've ever seen him fight just came barreling out. And nice. Yeah, I thought he was just being mean to me. Yeah. Like I thought he was just gonna punk me out, you know. I don't know, but yeah, we get out there, you know. Like I said, I've been up for a couple days, like not no sleep or nothing. But I'm like, you know, like, oh man, you know, I'm about to fight. It's about to go down, you know. And luckily, dude, I go out there and it was like within 20 some seconds, I came out and we locked up through a couple, you know, I couldn't land, nothing really. Pushed him back and like he rushed in so hard and I just threw a left hook or a left jab, just backing up, just a boom and just poof, and he went out, bro, for like 15 minutes. The ambulance had to come in, lifting his legs up, put ice on his nuts. Gave him smelling salts, bro. This guy wasn't waking up. He was just laying there, blood, like. And then finally, he just wakes up, and he's just super cool. You know, I'm like excited, you know. And then my coach's like, "No, take a knee, take a knee." You know, I took a knee. And was like, "Oh," and he finally got up, dude, and was like, "Oh yeah, it was cool." Like he woke up and he was fine.
Good.
So, dude, I was hooked. After that, it was my first fight ever. I'm hooked. I go to jail right after that. Obviously, I'm like doing horrible. Go to jail for like 7 months. All I can think about is fighting. Like I did this first amateur MMA fight. Now I'm back in jail, facing a lot of time. I was like, I went to trial. I lost for a bunch of drugs and guns. Like I was supposed to go away for a long time, and I got granted this program that was called FOSA. Bro got me out because I was a dad, had custody of my son, and you know. They just like monitored my parenting, monitored my, you know, how I was. I made sure I was working, made sure I was buying my kid, you know, presents for his birthday and reading books at night and washing his butt, you know what I'm saying? Like I had to do all the stuff, and they were watching me do this for a whole year. But in that year of me having to stay clean for this program, or else I'm gonna go away for like 15, 20 years.
Wow.
Like I was gonna go away for a long time, bro. And you know, and that's when we met, and within that time, you know, and when I was sober and stuff, and within that time, I found like my life right here, and man, like you said, bro, turned my whole life around. Ain't been back to jail. Ain't used no drugs.
Right. Yeah.
Won some, lost some, but had fun on every one of them.
Oh yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Well, you know,
it's been a ride.
That's the thing. It doesn't ever matter when I see you get in there and you fight. It doesn't ever matter whether you win or lose, because just where you were and where you could have been, and just going out there seeing the thing that you love to do. Because I don't know you like on a super personal level, but I know one thing about you. The thing that you love most is just getting in and just creating chaos and being in that moment. You were the most relaxed person in those moments that I know.
Yeah.
So like it's crazy to me that, you know, somebody can just like my first couple fights, you were kind of like weirded out with my approach. I was all nervous, and I was like, "You're like, dude, what are you doing? You're good, man." Like,
bro, you're sad, bro. You beat my ass in the gym all the time. What are you tripping on? Yeah,
like, go out there. You're gonna be fine, bro. And I'm like, oh, I don't know. I was always just nervous. And I remember just always being there, being like, you're the first person in MMA, I think, in my career that like really could tell that I had something potential there. And at that time, I didn't know. I was like, this guy's fucking crazy, dude. He just he just loves fighting.
Yeah, he just wants me to fight too.
Yeah. But it's so fun to just watch you be at peace in there. You know, that's one thing I love about watching you fight. So, and we just talk about, I say this all the time to numerous different people, but what MMA can do to a man is amazing, dude. And not MMA necessarily, but combat sports.
Everything that comes with it.
Yeah, combat sports in general, I just think can really change somebody's philosophies, how they think about life, or what they do with their life. And you know, I love being able to sit back and be like, yeah, I know this guy, you know, this guy Tylor SiJohn, you know, and I get to tell your story, and it's so cool to be able to do that and know you on a personal level. Like, I've watched it change you into the man that you are today, and it's awesome, and it's cool to say that to people.
Man, appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, you've been here the whole time, and
for sure.
You know, like I know it. You have been right here, front and center, and you've seen it, bro. I'm sure you've seen the times where, even though I didn't say it, like, damn, this guy's probably not doing so good, like he's struggling, you know. Not like on drugs or nothing, but just like mentally or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, dude, I've been through, you know, just a lot of loss, and I think I've been sober for 8 years come this October, and you know, fighting that whole time. So fighting, and in this, my recovery is fighting and being off drugs, and I've been in this recovery for 8 years now, and had a lot of loss and a lot of ups and downs. Dude, I've been 300 pounds and I've fought at 175, you know what I'm saying? It's crazy, bro.
It is
like,
crazy.
it's just, I just love this stuff, man. And I definitely agree that everything that comes with combat sports, whether it's MMA, boxing, jiu-jitsu, whatever it is, like everything it takes to put into it, it definitely will give you a new outlook on life. It kind of took the rage out of me, bro.
Yeah, it does.
Like I absolutely love fighting still to this day, but like I'm doing it with a smile now, and it's crazy.
And we get to do it in here and have fun while we're doing it. I try to explain that to people a lot, because I was kind of that way before I got into combat sports. I used to be like very insecure, and like I'd go into like settings like a bar or a restaurant or whatever it was, like, oh, I could take that guy, you know. And now it just it's not in my head anymore. It's like, I don't want to fight anyone here.
Please
like,
don't.
I don't want to do this. You know, it's stupid to me. It's so dumb to me. But you know, it's crazy how it took a lot of my insecurities away, and I'm glad I got into it as young as I did, and I wasn't like older trying to battle that. It's just, you know, 19, 20 years old.
Absolutely.
You know, so getting younger men into combat sports means a lot to me.
It's the goal, man. Like, and I know that is where I'm at in life. You know, I'm 36. Been doing this 8 years. Don't got the nicest record. Yeah, I can still get fights. Yeah, I'm still gonna accept them fights.
Right.
But at this point, bro, it's these guys.
Yep.
You know.
Yeah, I mean, and like when we first started, when you started here and I came in, it was basically me, you, and Salvador at the time. And just to see the evolution of the gym now to, you know, actually getting these 18, 19, 20-year-old kids that are coming in off of wrestling from Lakeside or wherever, you know, it's so cool.
Savages, yeah.
It's such an amazing, like, a feeling to have our gym get to the point that it's been, you know. That means a lot to me. And you know, when I talk to Francis about it, you know, Francis is kind of like, he's very excited about the build, but you know, like he's been the guy, you know, he's been the guy here, and so now he gets to watch us kind of like take over and kind of guide these young men. And you know, I hope he never feels like it's not his place, because he's always going to have a place here. But
yeah, man, that's coach, man. So
yeah, I'll get into I guess my next question for you. Life on the reservation. I mean, I didn't grow up on the res. I grew up for a little bit and then got to go to St. Mary's. But what do you think is it about growing up on the res that translates so well to combat sports?
Just, I mean, I think we all just kind of have definitely trauma kind of ingrained into us, whether our elders, our parents, our grandparents, whatever. It's there, you know, and there's kind of just something with all of us, natives, the community members who grew up with us, you know what I'm saying, whether native, tribal or not, you know what I'm saying, like we're all just this kind of rougher kind where, man, in school it's not crazy that your kids have been in fistfights
right.
in, you know, 5th grade, 6th grade, 7th grade, you know, and growing up in you know, the 90s, early 2000s, bro, you know, I'm 36 now, dude, that's what it was. It was fighting,
right.
you know, and you know, it definitely was, just like you said, you know, you know, you had that chip on your shoulder and had that insecurity of, man, that guy's a little bigger. Could he beat me up? Oh, fuck that. He can't beat me up. You know, and then it's like, I got to show him, you know, it's like, man, that's how it was. And we just love fighting so much. And, dude, I think everybody kind of has that in them, whether, you know, everyone knows now it's 2026 and everyone knows you get in trouble. You're going to get in trouble for fighting.
Right.
But, dude, these kids are still, they're still getting into it. I just went to the school this last year, and talked about combat sports and the seriousness of doing it without it being, you know, a controlled environment, you know what I'm saying? And it's just scary that, you know, these kids were having fight clubs and,
right.
you know, these kids are getting knocked out and kicked in the face. And, dude, it's crazy. Like, if they came in here, like you said, you come in here and you find training and you find people that also train, you're probably not gonna be able to do that for one.
No.
They're gonna get hit back.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's gonna make you work harder. And then when you do that, it's gonna humble you.
Yeah.
It's gonna humble you. You're not gonna want to go out there and fight in the streets no more and stuff. But yeah, it's definitely that. It's just I think it's ingrained in us as a people and a community, you know, that we just kind of fight violence, and physical violence is kind of how you square things out.
I think that's a great way to put it, like ingrained. Because I've met a lot of people in the MMA community over the last 8 or 9 years I've been a part of it. And some people come in and they'll train like young amateurs up in town or wherever, and they're good skillfully, but then they get into the octagon, they just don't have that dog in them. They don't have that I'm gonna push through adversity. And some people just don't have it. But everybody that I have trained with that comes from the reservation that gets in the octagon have it, like hard. It's like you gotta kill them. Dude. It's kill or be killed for them. Like our young and 17-year-old Eli fought a 29-year-old and took a right hand from just boom early in the round. And a normal 17-year-old kid that takes that shot probably fades, maybe whatever, and he just stood in the pocket and started swinging and went to war with this dude.
First fight ever. Hey, it's deep water, first round, right away, crazy. And he was gassed, super tired, but there was not one time in that fight that he thought about quitting or was gonna.
And when he's in here, and we have a lot of guys like this, and I'm trying to get better at teaching them, like, when you get put in a position, just tap, because it's not worth it. And it's such a hard struggle. Like, I ain't tapping, I'm going unconscious. And it's like, well, good conscious is gonna do for you when I got you in an arm bar. You're gonna force me to break your arm. You know, so we're getting better at that. But it's always been kind of amazing to me, like, where you come from in MMA has a lot to do with your mental side of fighting.
Definitely. And it's cool to see all the different varieties of people who are, you know, some who are really good, but they didn't really fight when they were younger. No. They didn't. They came straight from school and I want to learn to fight. And fucking badasses, you know. But,
they can be,
you know, it's crazy. You know, there is just whole different varieties, but definitely, like you said, man, it's just a different kind of dog when you grow up rougher. You know, when you grow up rougher, I think you're just meaner.
And that's what's kind of crazy, like, about us specifically. Talk about our, like, personality traits in that matter. Like, you love it. You love to fight. You love getting in the octagon. And you love the opportunities to fight. And don't get me wrong, I love the opportunity of fighting too. But the actual fight itself, me getting in the octagon, the bell rings, I don't like it at all.
Yeah.
Like, I don't enjoy it in there. I'm trying to, like, I think of it, I'm putting myself in just a very terrible position in life, and I got to fight my way out of it.
Yeah.
And it, like, you know, it's fear and all that stuff's there or whatever, but a lot of it is just like, I am making a dumb decision, a bad business decision in life right now, and I got to deal with that.
Crazy.
You know, and putting yourself into uncomfortable positions in life is super important.
Yes.
Because some people, especially in America now, don't. They just live like in these suburb cities. They get food and Uber Eats, and they live these just super comfortable lives.
It's crazy.
And they don't know what adversity is, because so adversity to them is something ridiculous.
Yeah.
You know, and like adversity to us with what we had growing up in our childhoods is completely different too. Like,
absolutely.
You're upset that the Wi-Fi is off?
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Okay. We had Red Spectrum for 10 years.
Yeah.
we weren't streaming shit.
No.
You know? So like, it's just weird. Like, and I think it's super important to put yourself in uncomfortable positions in life to grow from it. And that's a big reason why I do it. When I take a fight, I know there's another man training. I gotta work really hard. I gotta lock in. I gotta be disciplined. I gotta train. I gotta eat right. And all of those things just make me a better man.
Absolutely.
At the end of it. But the fight itself, holy hell, dude, I do not like it. I don't enjoy it. I was telling Oliver on our first podcast, that guy in Alaska, I come down in the third round, I had him crucifix, and then boom, and I come down with a 12-6 elbow vertically like this, and I smashed his eye, and I watched the hematoma go, like it blew up.
Blew up in front of your eyes.
Right, like as I was watching it, I was like, oh my goodness, this is disgusting. So like, I got out of it a little bit and kept striking, and I came down with another elbow and I hit it, and I watched his face jiggle. I was like, I'm done elbowing this guy. You know? I kind of gave him mercy, I guess you could say, but like at that point I 10-8'd him in the second round and I was up. So I kind of just didn't want to blow that eye up more. And I could have finished the fight in crucifix right there, but I mean, ultimately he was tough to take that.
No, I watched it and I see, bro, that guy was like, he didn't want to quit.
No, he
had no quit.
No.
You know what I'm saying? He was a dog, bro.
He was. He could have quit and it would have been okay, you know. He wanted to finish it. So props to him for that. But it's just those moments. It's not that I don't enjoy fighting, because I do. I love the sport and I love it. And I love the violence. I love the chaos with it too. It's just, I'm kind of like George St. Pierre, kind of has that same mentality of just like, I don't like fighting. It's the worst day of the year for me.
Yeah.
I'm getting in there, I got to do my job, and I'm getting out of there. And I kind of look at it the same way in certain aspects. And then you're just like, I'll take a fight on 2 weeks' notice. I don't give a, I'm getting in there. And it's fun to see that on my side of things, because I know I could not do that. And I'm like, oh my goodness. But it's cool.
Yeah.
It's cool.
You know, it's definitely different. It's a whole different vibe. Like, when I train for a fight and I prepare and I get a whole camp, I know who I'm fighting. No one backs out. It's been locked in. Like, I know. Bro, I look at that guy's picture every day. I look at him every day. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And I know, like you said, I know this guy's training. I know he knows how I fight, what I like, you know what I'm saying? I know all this, so I'm like, and he's gonna go hard, so I've got to go harder. Like, I got my wins got to be better. You know, I got to be a little stronger. I got to be a little quicker, you know? And it's just, I do like being able to do that, you know, and also knowing, you know, how he fights, you know, whether I'm getting to watch a couple clips of him or one of the bros do, and then let me know, you know what I'm saying, whatever it is.
Right.
You know, I like that. But then when I take those fights on 2 weeks notice, 1 week notice, whatever it is, man, it is so cool, because I don't give a flying flip about this dude. I don't know him. I didn't look at him. I don't care. I know I'm going to get this fight real quick. I know I'm on weight. I know that it's going to be okay. And I know that I've been training. I've been in here all the time, so it's fine. Like, whether I had a full camp and I trained for that guy and I really locked in on my wind and my, you know, whatever, like, I know that I'm good. I'm capable.
Right. No,
I'm capable. And like you said also too earlier, I 110% agree with that. You know, you got to put yourself in hard situations sometimes, uncomfortable situations. And I like to do that just to see if I can still make it and see if I still got it. And, you know, like, I just love it, man. Like, because if I do or when I do, it's so great, bro.
Yeah, you picked up wins that way.
Yeah.
Which I would imagine feels really good.
It's so great, dude.
Like, different than one that you prepare for, which it's not that those don't feel good. You know, preparing big camp and then you get the win, it's like, oh my goodness, this work was all worth it. It is a good feeling, but to be able to just take a 2-week notice fight and go in and win too, it's got to be different, but still in its own way, it's really cool. I wouldn't know. I mean, it's not that I wouldn't. I would take a 2-week fight for sure, but like hopefully it'd be like a UFC call or a Dana White contender. I would be like,
nice.
Okay, I have to.
Yeah,
you know, I have to just go. I have to try it out.
Yeah,
but. You know, I'm trying to be smart in my career as much as I can be.
Bro,
you know, I don't know.
love that about you. Like, you know, and I think I've even heard you say it, man. You know, I got to be the wild one, fucking head first, you know, in first, you know, and then you're kind of a little smarter, and you're like, you know, like it's just awesome. You went to these other gyms and start training harder and better with more groups of people before I did. Like, I have to, you know, ventured out, but like, you did that first. You was doing this shit way smarter than I was. You know what I'm saying? It's like, that's tight, dude.
And it's good to have that too. I mean, I think a big thing with MMA is who you're around is what you pick up on, you know? And like, for me, it was me, you, and Francis, really, at the end of the day, and our schedules weren't really aligning all the time, and I was just like, okay, well, I gotta try it. But once I got to Warrior Camp and I started like talking to other pro fighters, or at this time I was still an amateur, but talking to the pro fighters and talking to those guys, and you know, just the insight of them being there for so long was super cool to me. I picked up on that knowledge a lot, and you know, shout out Josh Reddinghouse and Mikey Sear. You guys are the goats, man. Those two are, I mean, Josh is like he's been doing this for a very long time, and he's just always at the gym, you know, just vibing, and he's such a cool guy you could just talk to about those kind of things. And Mikey's the same way, you know, he just got a PFL contract, so I'm super happy for him. You know, he had a tough fight in his first PFL fight, but I have faith that he's gonna bounce back in PFL. So
he's a dog. Like, I know them both. Like, I don't know Josh personally, but I've talked to Mikey a couple times. It's just super cool dude. But he's a dog. Like,
so since we're on the topic of preparation, that was actually one of my questions I was gonna have. What is, like, this is a question I get a lot as a fighter from somebody that's not. But what is your favorite way to prepare for a fight? Like your ideal like camp and setup?
Like the main thing that I like to do is I'll do cardio through the whole thing, of course, trying to get my wind. I vape still, you know what I'm saying? Trying to push all that shit out of my lungs and making sure I get them opened up for my fight. But also making sure I do a lot of my strength training still, because
Hold on, cut you off real quick. Patty Pimblett vapes. So
dang.
Whatever, dude.
Yeah, whatever.
Like, Where's me vape? After he goes and subs BSD in 8 seconds and then blows this huge cloud.
Dude, I tell my wife and everybody all the time, and you too. Bro, I feel like we're built different, dog. We're just built different. I can do this. I don't know. I'll run laps with whoever, and I can do it, but I vape.
I don't know, like if it probably doesn't help, I guess.
No, definitely not.
But then you just look at like guys like Nate Diaz and stuff that, you know, to me the cardiovascular system, your cardio is much more about your diet, and it's a muscle. It's a whole muscle in its own self. So if you're not working that properly, a lot of guys, what will happen that I've seen recently is they're doing like these big cardio programs, whether that be like air bike, Airdyne, doing these huge cardio programs, but they're not doing enough actual MMA. And those stuff are great for like, you can't just spar every goddamn day to get that cardio. I get that.
No.
I get that. I get why you would substitute stuff because you got to take care of your body. But if you're just completely like eliminating the MMA side of it, or like the actual rolling jiu-jitsu and the stuff in combat sports that gets the cardio, you might gas out.
Yeah.
When you get into a fight.
It's different. It's totally different. And learning to, you know, differentiate the two is key, definitely.
So you said that you were trying to get stuff out of your lungs, open them up, and get cardio.
So yeah, I definitely like to open up my lungs with a lot of cardio and stuff, and but keeping my strength going good early. I do my strength early, and then I, of course, end slowly towards the end and just stick to cardio. But definitely, I love that, you know, locking in on my diet and pushing out all the junk, the candy bars, you know, the all the fat stuff at night, and you know, soda. I drink soda sometimes, not a lot, but I do drink it. But when I'm in camp, like, no, I'm talking like Mountain Dew. I do the Dew, bro. You know what I'm saying? So
us natives love our soda.
Yeah, so I'm cutting out all the soda and just drinking water. These last, you know, I don't know, 3-4 fights now, I've been cutting weight, and it's been cool, like, you know, getting my tips from you and learning how to, you know, water cut properly and diet properly. It's just, it's fun, and it makes me feel great. Like I literally hit the prime in my life at 36 years old from fight prepping, because for prepping for a fight. So I absolutely love it, dude. That's my main thing, is open up my lungs super early and throughout the whole time, with a lot of cardio and like hit style training and like sprint stuff, and then yeah, man, weights and dieting, you know, that's how I absolutely love prepping for a fight. I don't always watch a lot of videos. I don't think that old fight videos matter as much all the time, you know. Yes, definitely, if they're doing a lot of the same key things, but like, man, I'm not the same person as the last time I fought, you know. And it's like, you know, it's cool, and I like taking the listening and I do like watching them a little bit, but I don't go dig for them.
It's good to have a game plan, but I think, you know, at our level, the game plan should be more based off of your game, and not what they're doing or whatever else. I think what you're good at, you stick to, and being able to have the whereabouts in a fight to change up if you had to. But having a game plan for what you're wanting to do, I think, is good. But yeah, at our level, watching film and stuff, I mean, it can be, I guess, useful, but ultimately, those guys at the very top only do that because they need like that couple percentage different, because they're both really elite talent fighters, best fighters in the world. So you need those edges. Which our level, not so much. It's not. It's not there. So I guess I'll wrap up with a few different questions for you. What message would you give to a young, up-and-coming MMA kid, let's say 18, 19 years old?
18, 19 years old is definitely promote yourself. Don't just stay quiet and humble. You know, you're going to be a dog in the gym. Like, of course, I mean, if you're going to take on fighting, absolutely, you know that you got to put in the work. So, like, you know that part. My message is like, promote yourself, man, and make yourself known. Do something cool. Make yourself a cool name. Make a freaking make yourself an image to promote, because once that starts sticking in people's minds, dude, like, you're gonna start blowing up, and then you're gonna have to start doing better, because then you're gonna get better fights, and main cards and co-mains and main events. You know what I'm saying? So like, promote yourself, dude, and use social media. I know it sucks. I get so burnt out on social media sometimes. I've been out of touch with social media right now for a couple months, but man, you got to promote yourself. Yeah, it's a good way. It's a good way to get out there, get your name out there. Actually, that's a good caveat to this question. For people that don't know, what does Redbird mean? Redbird it's honestly my Indian name. It's it was given to me by my great grandfather. His name's SiJohn. It's our family medicine. I'm a SiJohn. It's actually pronounced Uchqualox. You know, it's my Indian name. So, you know, when I got out and started fighting, everyone already kind of called me Redbird a little bit. You know, like, that was just kind of a name that you know, I never had a nickname my nickname was always just Redbird.
Yeah.
And so when I got into fighting, they're like, "What's your fight name?" I'm like, "I don't know, Redbird." So it just stuck. And then even when I went pro, there's been like 2 times, 3 times or something where I'm like, should I come up with something else? Like, and everybody, fuck no. Yo, you ain't changing that. Like, that's me. And like I just said, that is my name. That's, everybody knows me. Everyone knows Redbird or has heard, whether good or bad, whatever.
From a lot of like outside people, if I can say my teammate Tylor, they don't know who the hell I'm talking about. Like Redbird, they're like, "Oh yeah, I know that guy." Yeah. It's like, oh, okay. So you can't change it even if you wanted to now. It's just like you. So I've had a couple of people ask me like, how do you get that nickname? I was like, you know what? To be honest, I've never asked them. I don't know.
It was actually given to me by my great grandpa in a ceremony. Like there was a ceremony when I was a baby, and like there was prayers and all, the whole thing, and
cool.
My great grandpa named me. That was the name that came to him for me to name me. Kind of, like almost as a parent would, at birth. But I'm not, like, this is, I'm a baby, and my parents went to them, to my elders for an Indian name, and so it was on my great grandpa, and my great grandpa named me Redbird.
Oh, nice. Very cool. Yeah. Well, that's a good caveat to like who you are, whatever. Talk about who Tylor Redbird SiJohn is. We're talking about the future now. You got some exciting stuff coming up. Our whole gym's going to be busy coming up.
It's time.
So, is October 8th kind of your next thing?
That's the next thing, smoking, man. October 8th, Coeur d'Alene Casino. Be fighting with all the boys next to all the boys. We're gonna, it's gonna be tight.
Yeah, I'm super excited for it because I've been telling people this on like our last pod. I'm like, this is really like the first time Tylor's had like a camp with all of us just in here grinding.
And everybody that has to be locked in. Everybody has to show up. You know what I'm saying?
We're getting a little bit of like structure and unity to our training.
Absolutely,
a little bit.
Dude.
And like our game has just stepped up tremendously. A lot of the times it was just us coming in here, hitting the bag, sparring, and maybe Mitch with Francis.
It was all about whatever motivation we had every day.
Yeah.
Now it's like, don't matter if you got motivation or not. You got all these youngsters in here that are just drooling to get around with you, bro. So
we're building more structure. I think, and this is just my personal opinion, but this fight is the fight that we're finally going to see what I've always known. You are a complete fighter. You just haven't ever been able to showcase those skills in a fight before. And I think you're going to be able to. Because I'm a big grappler. And like some people might have their opinions and say that your grappling is not good, and I would disagree with them because it is good. The issue is sometimes when we see your grappling, it's already like the fight's already not going the way we want it to go. Mm-hmm. And no one's really got to see, other than the fight with Alidre, you got to throw that Americana on him. That was sick. But we haven't really got to see your whole grappling in a whole yet. And I think with that and just your preparation with your striking, we're going to see the overall skill that you possess, but more than the skill that you have is this fight IQ. You have really good fight IQ because you street fight for all these years. Your balance and movement off of counters and striking it's annoying when I strike with you sometimes. Like, you just know where to throw your head, and I'm like, damn it, you know. So I can't wait. I'm excited to watch you fight, and I'm excited for our gym to get this opportunity.
Dude, super excited.
We're gonna be busy. And then a couple of us are gonna fight at Spokane Tribe in September, and then King of the Cage.
Stoked for that card
October.
too.
So it's busy. And then you also have a bare knuckle fight lined up on the contract eventually, so that'll be cool.
Yeah, it's been just a rough year on my bare knuckle shit, and definitely should be getting one locked in, definitely, because it's going to be October. I'm taking this fight in October here at home, but then there's only a few more months left in the year where, absolutely, I'll get another bare knuckle fight. I will be back in the squared circle, man.
And that's just exciting. I like bare knuckle.
It's so fun. Yeah.
It got like some good hypeage, and then I don't know exactly what happened, but kind of like teetered down. And now there's just so many bare knuckle promotions, so it's cool that a lot of people are getting the opportunity. And to me, that would suggest that it's not just one promotion that has this, that it's a bunch of different promotions, so the best will eventually rise to BKFC. Probably will be the home of it, but it's fun to watch. It's definitely fun to watch. Like King Kai, from trains out of Spokane or whatever. He's fun. He's fun to watch.
He's just, man, he's meticulous. You know what I'm saying? He's just that IQ, bro. Like, I don't know. He's
wrestler too.
He's sharp. Yeah, and he's a wrestler. Chose a sport with no wrestling.
Yeah, he's a wrestler.
Yeah, he's just
champion.
Yeah, he's a badass. I like him. And he's, you know, what his image, bro, you know, some people hate him and some people like him, but dude, you meet that guy in person in real life, he's so cool, dog. Yeah. Kai's dope. So
is there anyone that you want to shout out or sponsor or anything that you like to say to wrap it up?
Yeah, man, absolutely. Just want to shout out to J&A Outdoors Firearm Solutions, right out here on the res. Nice. Big sponsor of mine, just absolutely support me in everything that I do, anywhere I go. So yeah, you'll always be seeing them at the fights. Absolutely love them and everything they do. They support the community in so many ways. Also, Worley Fireworks and Hangman Creek Smoke Shop Market, you know.
Marcus and Sam,
dude, Marcus and Sam, those are my guys. Yeah. But yeah, Wes and Crystal from J&A Outdoors and Marcus and Sam Harding, dude, like, yeah, those two, that little group right there, I know for sure, like, I'll always be okay regardless. And you know, make it to where I need to make it, whatever, you know, like, shout out to those guys. And you know, they've supported me in my, you know, all of my life, when, you know, seeing me in recovery and seeing me change my life around. So
for sure,
all good friends of mine. So yeah, shout out to them, and shout out to the gym, Coeur d'Alene Tribal Combat, and Francis Davison, Josh the Sauce, you know, all these St. Mary's boys, all the res boys, all that. Man, I appreciate all our team, bro.
Yeah,
it's the squad. So
me too. Well, I guess that'll do it. Thanks, man.
Yes, sir.
Saucy out. Nice.